YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Crypto J coming at you guys with yet another J Talks Crypto. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. I do my best each and every day to give you guys top picks in cryptocurrency. And guys, I'm on a mission to hit 100,000 subscribers. I can't do it without you. So hit that subscribe button. We're gonna talk about some Bitcoin. We're gonna talk about some Toshi Coin. Before we get into it, I gotta let you know as always, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just the homie Crypto J, and we just talk about things that are trending and Bitcoin. So do not make any financial decisions based off this video. As always, guys, as always. As you guys can see again, our total market cap coming in at a 2.94 trillion. Bitcoin Fear Grid Index coming in at 51, starting to tick back a little bit, just a little bit, right, guys? We were at a 53 just the other day, and now look at us at a 51. Somebody saying, what your guru saying 2 hours ago that some bank predicts Bitcoin reaching a new all-time high pretty soon. But is that the case, guys, or are we breaking down? We did talk about the fact that we didn't want to see a breakdown of that 94K. What can that mean for this week, right? Really, let's see kind of what's going on a little bit on Bitcoin. We did talk about the fact that sometimes fake outs happen on a Monday, and somebody said to me, Crypto J, crypto's 24 hours. That's not true. And I said, okay, we'll test that. And so, sure enough, here we are seeing a little bit of a fake out happen today. But the question is, can we still create higher lows, like I was saying, or are we going to start breaking back down? Like, are we going to see a solid rejection of this range? Or again, are we going to be creating some higher lows on Bitcoin, leading us ultimately to a nice rounding out of this pattern, which is what we really need to see. We really need to see Bitcoin start rounding out and making more of a solid recovery. It shouldn't be a sharp recovery. It needs to look a little bit more round, in my opinion. I do think that a retest of some of these lower ranges is probably definitely possible, and I do think that also it would be a bullish case scenario, in my opinion. Personally, that's just what I believe. As you guys can see, we're starting to break a little bit now below this Keltner channel here, and I do think that we could possibly see another retest up to 88K. But the question is, will that range hold, or again, are we going to start seeing some more sell-off, right? I think it's probably more of a retest like down here, right? If we reject again off this top Keltner channel, you saw that we were just turning above it, but again, can we hold that range of resistance, right, or support? Again, this candle starting to eat away, and our next candle about to open on the 1 day soon. Well, tomorrow really, but we'll see if how we close out this candle today, right? Past couple hours have just been really kind of nasty, and again, if we start trending below this bottom level for too long, we can see this thing start to create some sell-off. Also, have to be careful, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder. Had a rising wedge forming here. This is looking like, again, it just needs a little bit of cooling off period. If we did have a retest of 88K, in my opinion, we were able to bounce off of this, that would be very bullish, right? We would still be in an uptrend, still looking solid on Bitcoin, and that would bring a lot of confidence into the market, actually, in my opinion, if we were able to get a bounce off of 88K. We don't want to see a big parabolic run anyway. We don't want to see Bitcoin just go from 76 all the way up to like 98K. That would, in my opinion, not be hot. So I do like the fact that we are actually starting to create some new levels of support. That's what I look at this as until we start breaking down significantly. I'm just looking at this as possibly new levels of support. Yeah, we do have some support down at 90 and 92, but the 92 support I don't think is very good, and the 90 support is even less. So I think that a retest probably of 88K would probably be pretty necessary. But again, I can always be wrong. Let's look at kind of how the rest of the market is handling this Bitcoin volatility today. As you guys can see, the rest of the market down 0.43%. Some of this stuff started to see a little bit of sell-off, but again, not too much sell-off, just because we haven't fully broken down. We're not fully broken down yet. So Again, the price is still speculative, but people are definitely um, feeling a little bit more fearful, right? This fear index, again, taking back 2 points into the fear. But the question is, can we start seeing a breakout soon? Or are we going to see something a little more similar to prior cycles, right? In the past, you see, every time we've been in this orange zone, it's kind of been a zone of accumulation, right? This orange zone of accumulation. Really haven't touched this red zone since like 2023. And as you guys can see, we are now in the yellow, starting to possibly see a little bit of a correction on the yellow. And we see that happen a couple times on the last graph here. Oh, man, wow. This correction, by the way, taking quite some time to play out. So is our correction going to take quite some time to play out? Have we already seen the bottom here? This is a double bottom on Bitcoin. Again, guys, only time will tell. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm just Tommy. So let's talk about some Toshi Coin because I know that's what you guys love. You guys love that Toshi. By the way, if you haven't yet liked the video, if you haven't yet hit the comment section, comment Toshi below so that I know that you made it this far in the video. But as you guys can see, Toshi Coin coming in at 171 million market cap, close today to 560,000 holders. We're growing pretty steady, guys. Growing pretty steady. And we've been seeing some positive price action. A lot of things are getting hit pretty hard, but as you guys can see, Toshi Coin weathering the storm, in my opinion, pretty nicely, right? Still in the past 24 hours, up 2.53%. And so are people starting to see the value, right? We're still creating these higher lows. I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad at all. Again, if I do get a chance at a cheaper Toshi and the market decides it wants to break down, I'm going to look at that as an opportunity. I've been looking at all these dips as an opportunity. It's not to say that for sure, again, these charts will go up. Anything can happen, right? We do have some retests that we're making right now on this 4-hour as well. This bottom Keltner channel, we could really bounce off of this, or we could really break down off of it, right? We have a little McDonald's M showing right here. We also have a possible double rejection of this top level. And that's just because, again, Bitcoin's looking volatile. Did talk about the fact that we could possibly see a retest of this bottom lower level anyway, and we would still be well within our Keltner channel. So I do think that Toshi Coin is still looking solid, still looking structurally sound, in my opinion, at the time of the video. And again, it's not the first time that we dropped down and retested this second Keltner channel. You guys can see we've done it a couple times, even retesting the bottom, even selling off below the bottom. As a matter of fact, every time this coin has sold off below the bottom, ever since like the beginning of April, has kind of been not a crazy time to be dollar cost averaging again. So if this thing does break below this bottom again, I would be looking at that as a possible opportunity. But again, in my opinion, this also could be a possible opportunity because maybe we do bounce, but also got to just understand that Bitcoin doesn't have a lot of support at 93, and there's a better chance that we see a little bit more sell-off going into today and tomorrow if we cannot climb back up and again hold that at 94. And the daily candle has still not closed yet, so this could just be a little quick shakeout, you know, or again, we could be seeing some serious sell-off because again, we had a rising wedge forming here. So I don't know what that's gonna mean, but look, we had a rising wedge forming here too. Look, we formed a wedge here, we formed sideways, and then we dropped down, and then we just completely pumped. So market's just been super volatile, and it's been super manipulated. If you guys can even see on the Bitcoin 7-day chart just how manipulated this Bitcoin has been. And this is why, again, I'm saying like the time to be trading swing trades right now, in my opinion, this is, I don't know, it's volatile. You know, these guys are getting liquidated left and right, and in my opinion, we could really have a bull cycle right around the corner. I would not want to liquidate myself longing and shorting the market right now. I'm just looking for opportunities to stack chips and the things that I like. And again, that's not to say everything that I like will do well. It's always speculative, and I just invest in things that really I like. I tell you guys all the time, you got to do your own research into all this stuff. I do think that Toshi Coin does have a good chance of being that next Shiba Inu coin just because it's being listed on big exchanges. It's already on Coin Market, or it's on Coinbase, it's on Kraken, And, you know, now they're talking about Binance adding more base chain projects. Like, what projects are they going to add? Like, let's say they add 10 projects. There's a pretty decent chance that Toshi will be one of those 10, in my opinion, because how many projects on base have been seeing this type of volume and have this high of a holder count and still sitting at a decent market cap where this thing could still see some upside? I think if Bitcoin decides it wants to send, I think if the market decides it wants to send, that Toshi Coin can also see some good upside, right? We haven't yet broke above that 200 million range. It's been quite a little while since we've done that, but I do think like if we could start reaching like 200, 300, we're going to start seeing some FOMO because these guys know they didn't forget. They didn't forget, right? They're just, I guess, waiting on some kind of confirmation or something like that. And then you got a lot of people also that have just been watching Toshi and have never bought this thing. And they're going to start seeing that this thing's climbing and they're going to be like, oh man, I knew that. I knew it. But again, ultimately, guys, nobody really knows what the heck's gonna happen. Not my mouse falling on the floor. But look at this 12-hour chart also, right? You can see just how many times we've seen a retest of this second level. Are we gonna need to see another retest of that second level again? Again, that wouldn't be a necessarily that we're breaking down, but we do have to be a little bit careful, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder here also. So I don't know. I want to know what you guys think. Are you bullish on Toshi? Are you bearish on Toshi? What are your price predictions on Toshi? I gave you mine. I told you guys I still see this coin hitting $1 billion before 2025. But again, that's totally speculative. It's about a 10x from here anyway. But I think that's totally possible. I think it's even possible for this thing to go higher if Bitcoin does decide it wants to take off. We might see Toshi Coin go into the billions. Or, again, maybe Toshi Coin will not correlate with Bitcoin. Maybe anything can happen, you know? Anything can happen. Or maybe, again, Bitcoin bull cycle over till 2026. I don't think that's, or 2027, I don't think that's necessarily the case. But, again, we're always paying attention. Market's always speculative. We're going to cover it either way, guys. Rain or shine. I always tell you guys that. We cover this stuff, rain or shine. So, again, if you guys like this content, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the bell notification, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.